Good morning. I'm sucking down caffeine like there's no tomorrow. I kind of woke up not feeling great today, and I'm not getting the flu. I'm not getting the flu. No, I'm not getting the flu. But I wanted to quick do a live video for those of you who saw a few weeks ago. I had a nasty upper respiratory infection running through the house, and Mischief, Rascal, and Spunky all got it. Patchy didn't. Probably because she eats more of the young again, and it's got lysine in it. And as soon as Mischief came down with it, I started treating everybody with lysine. But what happened was I had the lysine treats, and there were a couple of days that nobody really wanted to eat them. So I'm like, okay, what I'm going to have to do is mix it up with Fancy Feast broth and put it in a syringe like I do for my feral trouble outside. And many of you have seen him willingly taking his lysine, I call it his little lysine treat. And he loves it, so he's very easy. As much trouble as that cat gives me, he's very easy to medicate. I've had to pill him before. He's very easy. However, long story short, last year I had a little bit of a flea problem. I'm trying to get good lighting here. It's kind of overcast outside, and so the lighting in here leaves a lot to be desired for videos. Last year I had a flea problem in the house, and I had to give everybody Revolution for 3 months to break the flea cycle. And I'll get more into that later because I'm fixing to start spraying nematodes in the yard in April. So I'll get more into that story later. But what I did to save a buck was I had my vet prescribe the Revolution for the 15 to 22 pound cats, and then I drew it up. He knew what I was doing, and he prescribed the larger dose. And then what I did is I drew up the appropriate dose in a syringe, and I applied it topically between their shoulder blades. The problem is Revolution stinks, and it burns their eyes. So now every single time one of my cats, besides Penny, who, passed away, but every single one of the feral kittens that I rescued, when they see this, like they squint their eyes, they act afraid of it, and they run away. So when I was trying to give them lysine a couple of weeks ago, it was a freaking nightmare. So I started thinking, you know what? When I first adopted Penny, I didn't think I could pill her. And then she became diabetic, and I trained her to take insulin injections. I trained her to home test. Then she got sick with kidney disease, and I had to figure out a way to be able to give her up to 5 pills a day without ruining her quality of life and making it stressful. So I learned with Penny with the diabetes that bribery works like a charm to train a cat to do anything. And you have to find the treat that they really, really love. So it got to the point that before Penny died, because her chaser, whenever she took a pill, was Fancy Feast broths, and she loves them. And then she always got like a little blurb on a plate afterwards as a treat, as a reward for taking her medicine. She would practically sit in the kitchen when it was pill time, like, it's time, mommy, So it's like, I'm like, all right, I need to start training these cats both for like oral liquid medication and also pilling, because it's the worst feeling in the world when you have a sick cat and you can't treat it. And I'm going through that with Oreo outside right now. I tried to syringe him lysine the other day. I broke his trust. We're okay now, but he won't go back into the shed because that's where I did it. I made a huge mistake with him because I was just rushing out of desperation. But I have to train these cats to take medication because I don't ever want to be in a position where they can be easily treated for something and I can't treat them. So they're learning now. But the reason why I'm doing a live video instead of just explaining what I do is because every cat is different and every cat goes at a different pace. So Spunky actually, because she was refusing the lysine treats for a good week, she's already used to taking this, and she knows she gets her treat afterwards, and she's very good with it. She's almost as good as Penny was and Trouble is. However, Rascal is advancing just a little bit faster than Patchy and Mischief. You'll see if I get in the Mischief's room, you'll see that he'll still squint his eyes when he sees this. So I had to kind of go at their pace. Rascal's ready to go now, and he's ready to start pill training. But I'm going to wait until Mischief and Patchy are ready for pill training, and then we'll start the pilling training, and I'll do another video at that point. So what I'm doing, they have, and don't mind my coffee, my coffee mess. I haven't cleaned the kitchen yet. And I'm sorry I'm sucking down caffeine, but I'm kind of feeling a little today, and the only way anything's going to get done is gross amounts of caffeine. Anyway, so I'm using Temptations treats. Voila. But Mischief doesn't like them very much, so I'm using Frisky's Party Mix for him. And these are by no means a staple, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to selfie it while I'm doing a live video because my videographer is out of commission at the moment. She's playing games on her phone. So I'm just going it alone. My videographer is my mom, by the way. So they each get like 4 or 5 Temptations treats with this. And I'm dishing out too many. And I like to have everything ready so I can just kind of run through and get everybody done. Now I'm hoping, okay, Spunky's here, which I wasn't counting on. So we'll do Spunky first since she's here. I usually do her in the bedroom, so she might struggle a little bit here. These cats have associations with places, and Spunky is usually sitting in her bed. Yeah, see, she's walking off right now. So we'll do Patchy first. Now Patchy's a little bit of a slower learner. Let's see if I can get her to come here she comes. Hi, Patchy. She's acting a little weird because we're on live, and here she is. That's Patchy Watchy. Come here, Patch. Now, Patchy's a little bit slower to catch on, but I'm trying to get her in a position where you guys can watch. Come here, Patchy. Patchy. Come here, honey. Sorry, I'm trying to get where we can see. Come here, Patch. Patchy, come here. What I normally do is I approach them with the syringe in my mouth because that's how I would do it with medication. Because my hands, I only have 2 hands, you know. So, a couple weeks ago when she saw the syringe in my mouth, she would actually react to that. But I don't want to pick her up and make her freak out. And I dropped the treat. All right, come here, Patch. Come on, we're Facebook Live, honey. Come here. All right, good girl. Now, I really didn't want the whole world to see Patchy, but with Patchy, what I have to do, and she's not cooperating with trying to get in the camera. With Patchy, what I do is I approach her with the syringe in my mouth, and then I get down on the floor like I would if I wanted to scruff her. And then I don't scruff her yet because she's not ready for that. So then I put the treats down, and I put the syringe right by her. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the first week that we started this, when she saw the syringe, she would squint her eyes like it was hurting her eyes because she thought there was revolution in there. And there's no way, I don't know if you can see how close she's eating her treats with the syringe right now, but even last week, she would actually move the treats out of the way and away from the syringe because she was so afraid of it. So right now, she's starting to associate positive things with the syringe. A week ago, she would not be able to do this. So we are making progress with her. Good girl, Patchy. Now we got to find Rascal. Rackle. Let's see if he'll come. Racky. Rackle. Rackle. Another time he comes. Hold on. Rascal. You know, the pill time video went so much better. I figured that they would be okay with a live video, but not any of them are as well trained as Penelope was. Okay, here's Rascal. Now the problem is I don't know how to set the phone to show you how far I've gotten with him. Okay, good. We can see us here. Now with Rascal, he's actually progressed a lot better. So I can actually scruff him, and I'm doing it with the wrong hand right now. I always scruff with the left and syringe with the right. I can actually scruff him and stick the syringe in his mouth as if he was taking medication. And then there he gets his treat. And I hope you saw that. So he's gotten a lot further along. But this is why I wanted to show you at least 3 of the cats, if not all 4, because everybody's at a different level. And when you're training with a cat, you really want to follow their lead rather than forcing your will onto them. And I learned that from Penny. It's one of the most valuable lessons I've learned from Penelope. Come here, Spunk. Spunker. Come here, Spunk. Let's see if we can do Spunky right here. Okay, now Spunky, like I said, I've actually had to medicate her, so I can scruff her, if you guys can see that. and pretend like I'm giving her medication. There's actually nothing in it. It's an empty, clean syringe. And she's more interested in the phone. All right, Spunk, I need my phone, honey. And you got a close-up of her fur. Now she's eating her treat. But like I said, I had the syringe her before. But I want you to see Mischief's reaction. When I walk in there with the syringe in my mouth, he's going to squint his eyes. So I'm hoping I can catch that. I'm getting his treats. Oh, this is eventually going to make it on YouTube. Bless you, Robin. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Sean. Brenda, I don't have my granny glasses on. Bear with me. Thank you for this. Need to give Bob lysine for his eyes and skin. Ha ha ha. Brenda. Okay. And ha ha ha, Patchy. Yeah, she marches to the beat of her own drum. Is that right? Did I say that right? Well, anyway. So, yeah, this really helps. I have to start syringe training Oreo. But I broke his trust, so I'm kind of waiting a few days. And we have some crappy weather coming, so. Anyway, so here's Mischief. Now, Mischief looks alarmed. I don't know if you can see him. And he's starting to squint his eyes. Because I have the syringe in my mouth. I'm trying to position my phone. I'm not sure if you can see him now. Alright, this is going to be tough. I don't know where my phone stand is. I have like one of those selfie phone stand thingies. But I can't find it at the moment. Let's see if you can see Mr. there. Alright. Can you see Mr.? Alright. Can we see him? I can't tell. It's alright, Misty. Alright. I'm not sure. Oh, well, my head's in the way. Alright, you can't really see him. But what I do with Mischief, and I'm going to turn this around and hope that you can see it. If you see, he's going to squint his eyes right now. Can you see him? Am I pointing it right? He's going to squint his eyes. Okay, he's actually a little bit more reactive to the syringe today. But with Mischief, what I do is I approach him with the syringe in my mouth, and I just put my hand over his head like I'm going to scruff him. I don't know if you can see this because I have it turned around. And then I just put the treats down by the syringe and let him catch on. You see him getting nervous, though. He's getting nervous, and his eyes are starting to react to that syringe. You see how he's squinting his eyes? I hope you can see that. I can't tell if I'm pointing this the right way. So, but I hope you can see that. Now, I'm trying to get him to eat his treats. Here, Misty. And this isn't working out. I think he knows he's live. You're live on Facebook, Mish. Say hi to everybody. Isn't he cute? Go ahead, Misty Wished. And then I wait him out because I want him to eat the treats with the syringe there. But he's not cooperating today. Come on, we're live on Facebook, Misty. Make me look like a good mommy kitten, will ya? Misty, come on. Here, honey. You know, I should have used the other treats. That syringe is making him nervous. You see that? So I have to kind of wait him out. Because if I don't, and pardon the closet behind me, number one, I have to get rid of some old clothes, but I leave the closet open all the time because Mischief likes to nap in there sometimes. Misty. As soon as he starts eating his treats, I'll turn it around, but I have to wait him out. If I give up, then so he's staring at the syringe right now. So what I'll do is I'll move it, let him start eating his treats. Misty, here. Go ahead, doll. You see how he's squinting his eyes? It's because the syringe is in here. There's nothing in the syringe. It's a brand new clean syringe. This taught me a lot about cat behavior when this happened. Misty. All right, let me try different treats because he's just not cooperating. But I have to wait him out. Let's try these. Sorry, guys. I'm setting you down a second. Not the best Facebook Live video, but this is real life. I don't have a studio. This is real life. I'm just a cat mom who's nuts. Okay. So syringe in my mouth again. We'll put the treats down. And then we'll put the syringe by them. Do you see how he squinted his eyes? I hope you saw that. This taught me a lot about their behavior. Good boy, Misty Wished. See, and he's sniffing the syringe, and he's realizing, okay, it's not so bad. So what he's learning to do, I hope to God you could see that. What he's learning to do is associate positive things with that syringe instead of the negative things, which is the smell of the revolution. If I ever have to treat them with... Oh, wait, hold on. I hope you can see that. If I ever have to treat them with revolution again, I will use the appropriate little things. So that way all you have to do is put the cap in, open it. They won't even smell it before it gets on them. So the things we do for our babies. Okay, I couldn't tell if you could see it because I'm on selfie mode, and this is real life. And that's what I love about my videos. It's real life. If you ever saw my giving a difficult cat sub-Q fluids, when I had to learn how to give Penny sub-Q fluids, I looked on all these YouTube videos, and these cats were much older in the videos, and they looked like they were half shot in the butt, like sedated. And they were like 16, 17-year-old cats. And when I first started having to give Penny sub-Q fluids, she was 7 and feisty. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? Penny's the type of cat that had to run the show. She was always in charge. She even one-upped her vet before, when the vet had to go into her neck, into her jugular to get blood because she wasn't bleeding out of her foot the way she should have been. And Dr. Lauren went to put her hands like here on Penny's neck to hold her still. And Penny insisted on putting her paw on top of Dr. Lauren and would not let Dr. Lauren get her blood until Dr. Lauren let Penny just rest her paws on top of Dr. Lauren's hands. So that was the kind of cat that I was dealing with. And when I was filming the how to give a difficult cat sub-Q fluids, she was arguing with me. She was protesting. She kept trying to get away. And I'm glad that people saw that, because when I was watching the other YouTube videos, I'm thinking, well, that's nice. Their cats are well behaved. Their cats are old and sick, and they're not fighting. But what about the young feisty cat who's not feeling her kidney disease right now, you know? So I'm glad that these things happen, because this is real life. This isn't a studio. If you wanted to watch a perfect video, you can go on YouTube and watch any number of the videos that the vets do all the time with cats who are sick. But these are real cats who are healthy and feisty and young, and that's just life. So thanks, everybody, for joining, and I will see you all soon. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.